Hi, this is Christy with Paper Snippets and Handcrafts, and today I am sharing with you a project that I was working on for a swap. The swap was put on by Ro. On YouTube, she is Hey It's Ro, and on Instagram, I think she's like Nifty Crafty Me. And her swap was called Spring Blooms Swap, and it was to make a pocket memory dex that must be stitched and fully decorated. It has to be sturdy and not bigger than a 5x7, and the pocket can't be bigger than a 1/2 inch. You need to include 15 assorted handmade flowers that fit within the memory dex card, and they must be 3D and to keep it pastel. So I didn't have a lot of pastel-y scrapbooking paper with flowers or anything in it, but I did have this paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, and I haven't had a chance to play with it. And it has flowers in it with the cactus in it, and it's called Disco Cowgirl. And it's really pretty. It has this silver foil on some of the pages. And so I thought it would be really pretty since cactus bloom also March through May, I believe it is, to use that. And I used so many dies on this, probably 15 or so. The main die that I did use quite a bit was from Concord and Ninth, and it was called like Cowboy Boot or something like that. It's discontinued now, but that is where I got the horseshoe, the flowers, the leaves, the cactus right here. So all of those were from that die. The bottom, I just have the glitter paper I cut out with a circular die. And then I do have a doily die right here that I love to hate. And it's really pretty, but it's a lot of work to weed out all those pieces. And sometimes they don't come out clean, and probably depending on the paper I use. And then right here, I put a rosette, and I don't know if you can tell, but I did stitch on the rosette before I put it together. I don't know why. I thought it would look cool, which it does, but you can't really see it. This is a sticker from the paper collection. So I bought the 6x6, and then I also bought the kit in the collection. I only use the paper from the 6x6 pad because the collection paper, when you buy it at Hobby Lobby and those kits, it's just not very nice paper. And then I believe both of these are a Scrap Diva die, but it came from 2 different word die sets. The actual base is a KS Craft die set. I believe it's one of their new ones. It's called a A2 pocket card. And you can put this together a whole bunch of different ways. So it took me a while to figure out how I wanted all of the pockets and flips to go together to make this. And then this is a whole separate Memdex die that's circular. I just glued it in between the 2 pieces when I glued the memory dex card together. And so I stitched all the way around all of this, and which I'm kind of bummed about because my sewing machine was sewing great with the paper that I was using to see if the tension was right. And that was a different thickness paper than this. So some of my lines aren't as neat and straight in the stitching as I would like. Oh yeah, and then these 3 flowers, this is a Spellbinders, really old Spellbinders die. It's like, I don't even know if it was meant to be a flower die, or if it was meant to be like the bottom of a rose, but I thought it was super pretty. So I made it into a flower. And I don't even know if you can get these. Some of my dies are really, really old. Yeah, I don't know what the name is on this one. I thought I had it. And then this one came from another Spellbinders die. I believe it was this one. And that one, Do I have the name of that one? No, I don't. I just have a picture. So that was the Spellbinders die. And then the centers of these two, I didn't use the centers that came with the Spellbinders dies. I used Chaos Crafts flower centers. I'm not sure what year that came out either, but that's what I created these two centers from. And then I put pearls, excuse me, in the center of those, and then a pink gem in the middle of that with pink gems in those. And then this is magnetized. So you just open it up, and I kind of messed up on the magnet. I didn't put a strong enough magnet. So over here, I had to put a bigger magnet and cover it again with another piece of paper. And this is the boot die that I was talking about. And these came in all of the cactus and the boot. And these flowers came with the boot die. And these were a separate die that once again was from my Spellbinders set that I don't have the name of because I don't know why. I put them in a package and I didn't put the name down. I'm sure I could figure it out if I got online. And I was going to glue these down. This is what caused my closure to not, I mean, it stays shut. It doesn't move. But it's what caused the bulk for it not to shut. So I decided I had already made 15 flowers, but I was going to put these in here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put them on a piece of acetate because these are little pockets. And I'm just going to make them removable. So whoever gets this, if they want to use those, they can. And they remove. So both of them just slide out like that. And I did stitch around all of the pockets and, you know, all of this. And then I just put my information on a card inside here. And I did stitch around that too. And that just goes back in here. And then on the back side, I made all of the flowers that are on the front side. And I did put them, I kind of have a sticky dot up here. And I put them on sticky dots as well. And you can just pull this out like this. It's on a piece of acetate. And that's the pocket that I created. So my pocket is very small, but the front of my card Memduck's card is very thick. So I layered it all up. I hope that was okay. So anyway, this is what I am sending off for Rose Spring Bloom Swap. And yeah, so I got my stitching better on here. I changed my thread and it turned out a little bit better on that pocket, which was a bummer because it started out just fine, but then I don't know what happened to my tension. But anyway, this is what I am submitting and I will talk to you soon.